Hi, I am Ashleen Larder, and I attended the South Washington County Schools Board meeting that was held on June 25th, 2026. I attended the meeting for 1 hour and 35 minutes, and a table can be found in the description of the participation section that explains what else I did. Several policies were reviewed, 4 about staff supplies and health, which did not change, and 3 about transportation, which needed legal and grammar updates. Things like funding for staff and teachers, planning like transportation, student curriculum, and student highlights from the year were also discussed. The biggest thing besides the policies discussed at this meeting was budget, with a proposed preliminary budget for next year, as well as a facility maintenance budget. I participated by being a part of the audience. I watched the process of policymaking in action and saw how collaborative decisions were made. Both before and after the meeting, I discussed my interview having been recommended to Ask Dana Potratz from a board member. I got a picture before and her signature after. I also got a selfie with the slides during the meeting. Many of the school board members, the superintendent, administrators, principals, teachers, staff, union reps, parents, students, and all community members were stakeholders and were affected by the policies brought up in this meeting. It was really interesting seeing firsthand how the school board and the superintendent worked together to make these policy decisions. While I knew they worked together to create policies, I did not realize how collaborative and structured the policymaking process is. I was surprised by how much thought, planning, time, and care goes into creating, maintaining, and updating these policies. What interested me the most was learning that during these meetings, there is a big process for accepting the changes or lack of changes needed for each policy. Each policy is discussed in a packet given the week before, so every board member knows what they are talking about. Each policy must then be presented, discussed, and then supported before the board can vote. Through this process, I learned that the decisions for policies are not made by one member, but instead need the entire board collaborating and agreeing. I also learned that the policies are reviewed throughout the year to ensure that they remain relevant and effective. While I was at the school board meeting, I got permission from Dana Potratz, the executive assistant to the superintendent and school board, to ask her a couple of questions. Through this interview, I learned that the board members are provided with all the information on the Friday before the Thursday meetings and have a scheduled phone call if they have additional questions. I also learned that the board agendas include various business aspects such as budget, planning, curriculum, student board representatives, and student highlights. All in all, attending this meeting has changed my understanding of school policy. I have realized that the policy making requires lots of careful planning, collaboration, transparency, and continuous review. Knowing all of this now, I find myself having a greater appreciation for the process of policy making and how it can affect students, staff, and the community.